1MDB continued to be in the spotlight after an online news portal came out with an exposé on the state investment fund's deal with PetroSaudi International. And this morning, opposition lawmaker Tony Pua also spoke on the deal, insisting that the $1.5 billion worth of assets that PetroSaudi claimed to have injected into the deal were actually non-existent. According to Pua, it was merely a farm-in agreement with a Cyprus-registered company called Buried Hill Energy. The agreement involves oil exploration, whereas PetroSaudi will fund the activity in return for 50% of the profits. Meaning, PetroSaudi does not own the oil field. Buried Hill was the one that signed the production sharing agreement with the Turkmenistan government.
This shows what? This shows that PetroSaudi never owned the assets in Caspian Sea. They had a sort of a working arrangement with the parties that secured the license for Block 3 Sedap in Caspian Sea. Whether it is worth 1.5 billion or 2.7 billion, we don't know. Because as they mentioned, they haven't done all the appraisal and pre-development costs for Block 3. This is as of 4th of July 2009.
Pua also noted that the oil field in Caspian Sea, commonly known as the Cedar field, has still to date not seen any development. This is because the field is located at the disputed marine boundaries between Turkmenistan and Azerbaijan. The PJ Utara MP says the 1MDB PetroSaudi joint venture had terminated the farm-in agreement with Buried Hill 2 months after 1MDB had pumped in the cash investment. Thus, he says, despite contributed nothing to the JV, PetroSaudi ended up holding 60% stake, whereas 1MDB has just a 40% stake after investing $1.1 billion. Pua also claims that the $1.5 billion valuation report of PetroSaudi's asset was suspicious. Instead of being prepared by Buried Hill or the Turkmenistan government, it was done within a week by a person named Ed Morse, who was then between jobs following the collapse of the Lehman Brothers in 2009. Morse is currently the global head of commodities at Citigroup. Earlier, 1MDB chief Arul Kanda claimed that the money invested in the JV had been converted into Murabaham notes when the venture failed. Arul said the Murabaham note had been paid back in full and 1MDB had made a profit of $488 million in 2013. Commenting on this, Pua demanded for evidence of the money.
It's quite mysterious that their loan, Murabaham notes, was purchased by an undisclosed party for 2.3 billion. The one way to silence us, show us the redemption statement, $1.1 billion, from Caymans, payable in cash to which bank, which account.
Fellow opposition MP Lim Lip Eng has meanwhile asked the authorities to respond to the allegations surrounding 1MDB or he will lodge a police report. Jacqueline Peng, DHTV.